just don't know, man. I don't think 9 stories is going to be enough for today.
I guess we'll find out.
That's right.
Right now on Earth News. So, anyways, you want to start it off?
Yeah, I guess I'm Mark Crandall.
And I'm Brad Crandall.
And we got Cam Crandall over there. He's, yeah.
That's me.
Hey, Cam.
That's Cam.
All right, so I guess we'll start today. We'll wander right into our stories with a bobcat that wandered into the aisles of a Dollar General store in Kentucky.
Whoa.
So, Kentucky Sheriff's Office said that deputies responded to a Dollar General store to evict a wild bobcat found perusing the toiletries aisle. Now, it was a clean bobcat because the Floyd County Sheriff's Office said that the deputies responded alongside the Kentucky State Police and the Martin Police Department personnel where the bobcat was reported in the toiletries. So he was in the dollar store and he was shopping for toiletries. And there we got a picture of that bobcat right there. He doesn't look that bad.
Nah, I'd probably try to pet him, honestly.
I mean, honestly, it's a small cat, you know. It's like, oh, come here. But the sheriff's office shared the photos of the bobcat being captured in the toiletries. So he's trying to clean up, you know.
Just give him one of the...
He was trying to do his massive litter box cleanup, I think, or something like that.
That sounds interesting.
I know, right?
Always be careful in the grocery store.
You never know what's going to happen.
Never know.
Never know.
So, anyways, I got this funny story for you guys. Happened a while ago, but it's worth reporting on.
All right.
So,
I'll bite.
The Triboulet, a notorious jester for Louis XII, and Francis, once slapped the king on the butt, which greatly angered him, but then was given a chance to be forgiven if he could think of something more clever. He said, "I'm so sorry, I mistook you for the queen." When he was sentenced to death for making fun of people, he was allowed to choose how he would die. So he chose to die of old age. The speechless king let him go.
That's a good classic story, you know.
It's a good one.
It's a big Weisenheimers of history right there.
Mm-hmm. Quick thinking, too. I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like, what would you do if you were the jester? It's like, oh, crap. I'll make him laugh again.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it again. Comedy is king.
The speechless king let him go.
Oh, no. Well, we have something that it didn't even happen in this atmosphere. It happened in outer space. A space station air leak was repaired with help from floating tea leaves. So the crew of the International Space Station plugged a long-standing air leak after locating the source with the help of a tea bag. Russian space agency Roscosmos said that the station had been experiencing a mysterious air leak since September 2019, but the leak was minor enough that fixing it wasn't considered a priority until the leak rate increased this past August. Roscosmos said that the source of the leak was finally found when cosmonaut Anatoly Ivashin broke open a tea bag, allowing the leaves to float free in the chamber center of the Zvezda service module area of the station. The crew sealed off the area and monitored the tea leaves on video cameras. Nothing that the tiny tea fragments were floating towards, and then they noticed it was floating towards a scratch in the wall that was then confirmed to be the source of the leak. The leak was patched Monday using Kapton tape. Now, Kapton tape, if you think that duct tape has its things, all right, I got a list of applications to Kapton tape. We need to get a hold of some of this stuff.
Yeah.
So this Kapton tape that all those astronauts are using, right? It's an automotive sensor and manifolds application, so you can repair manifolds with this stuff.
Whoa.
You can insulate circuit boards. Etching, it can be used as fiber optics cable. High temperature powder coating, semiconductor manufacturing, and wave soldering during circuit board assembly. So move over, duct tape.
Yeah.
You've got a new outer space, competitor.
What's this called again?
Kapton tape.
Wow.
Kind of sounds like Superman's his kryptonite, if you were.
So speaking of duct tape and different tape, Cam actually, he used some duct tape recently, didn't you?
Oh, actually, I did. I tailored my own shirt with it. It was a nice dress shirt that the button was missing, so I just put some duct tape on and covered it up. Worked like a charm.
Couldn't even notice it.
Really? It looked like a button on the suit?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. It's ingenuity if I've ever seen it.
So, I actually have a story recently that I was a little upset about, actually.
Oh, yeah?
There was a little kid who sat on Santa's lap and asked for a Nerf gun, and Santa said no guns of any kind. No toy guns, no nothing.
Oh, no.
So,
not the Nerf guns.
Yeah.
The foam ones, too.
Right?
Well, maybe he didn't even know. Maybe Santa was a little bit out of the loop and he thought that a Nerf gun was an actual gun.
Well, this Santa was very anti-Second Amendment.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, which, I mean...
What would you like? A Nerf gun. Try again, Billy.
Yeah. Nothing,
Yeah.
nothing gun-like.
You'll have nothing
So,
and like it.
I'm pretty sure he got fired, so... Hey, story update. The real Santa came and delivered Nerf guns to that devastated boy's house. And look at those. Those look like some good top-of-the-line Nerf guns there. Love a good turnaround on a story, you know? Good update. But anyways, I found this in post-production, so we'll just go on to the next story.
Well, I want to stick with my out-of-this-world storyline with a man who sold a meteorite that crashed through his roof for over $1 million. Now, an Indonesian man turned an unusual bit of property damage into a fortune when he sold the meteorite that crashed through his roof for over 1 million American dollars. Joshua Hutalang, who's 33 years old, said that he was working outside his home in Sumatra when the meteorite crashed through the roof of his house and landed outside. When I lifted it, the stone was still warm, and I brought it into the house. He told he actually posted a video to Facebook showing the spot where the metallic object had crashed through his tin roof. The 4.5 chunk of CM1/2 carbonaceous chondrite, which is a rare variety of meteorite, was valued at $1,858,556 by experts, and attracted the attention of U.S. expert Gerald Collins, who purchased the meteorite and resold it to the fellow U.S. collector, Jay Patiak. So,
Wow.
Holy crap. Talk about property damage like... You know, it's raining meteors and someone's cashing in.
Yeah, raining money there.
It's raining money in there.
How about that movie Joe Dirt? He thought he was sitting on a nice meteor. Ended up being like poop.
Yeah.
Well, let me say something, because that meteorite, I sure think it'd be like a shooting star. You're like, I wish I was wealthy.
Oh, yeah.
And then you start saying, oh my God, that's coming pretty close.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to figure it's 4.5 pounds. So that's not like a small chunk.
They say money's at the end of the rainbow. No, it's at the end of the meteorite.
So next time you see a shooting star, make sure you wish upon it, man. You know, your wishes do come true.
Wish that it crashes through your ceiling.
I know. So he's going to use the money for repairing a town church and stuff in his village, which is pretty nice. But also, he's going to use it to make a few changes on his house as well.
Yeah. How about the middleman on that deal? Probably got some benefits there.
Well, I mean, if it's valued at 1.8 million and he sold it for just over 1 million, hey, where'd that 800,000 go? You know what I'm saying? Like,
cha-ching.
Cha-ching. Middleman's making some decent buck here.
Exactly.
Here's 800 grand for finding it.
So if one of your friends or someone you know has a meteor crash through, just say, oh, just try to lowball them. Be like, I'll give you $1,000 for it.
I don't know, man. It's just a stone, you know? Like,
it's probably just airplane poop.
You know? It's airplane poop. That's what it is.
Resell that for millions.
Resell it for millions.
So, a crazy story here that I saw also that I had to share with you guys because it's just too good to pass on. In 2015, a father saved his son's life when doctors wrongly declared him brain dead and were taking him off life support. This father barricaded himself with a gun in the hospital and had a standoff with SWAT until his son squeezed his hand. The son made a full recovery.
Well, there you go.
Right?
They do say that when you're in a coma or something, that you can hear the things around you.
Yeah.
So maybe his dad locking himself in and barricading with a gun in the SWAT
gun
pulled him out of that coma.
You know, Santa wouldn't have been able to pull that off. That anti-gun Santa.
Not anti-gun Santa wouldn't have been able to do it. He wouldn't have been, not even with a Nerf gun. No guns. No guns. Maybe a little Christmas magic, but, I don't know.
Yeah, I heard one of the reindeers had COVID, so that's...
Is that what they...
Would have been blitzing.
That's freaking... it's always one reindeer in a bunch,
The stinker. They like to laugh and call people names.
That's right. It finally might give one of the other reindeer a chance to, be where Blitzen is.
Karma gets you and you get COVID.
Take that, Blitzen. You maniacal little reindeer, you. Anyway, so speaking of finding something, as in COVID, but this fisherman found a message in a bottle written in 1981, and he found the sender of that bottle within just hours. So it was another day at the beach for a Georgia fisherman when he was startled by an object in the sand. Ryan Burchett was walking on St. Simons Island when he spotted an old beer bottle with a message inside. It was written 36 years ago. The handwritten note reads, "This bottle was set adrift off Fernandina Beach." I apologize totally if I butchered that one. Florida on the 10th of June, 1981. To the finder, I would appreciate it if you respond as to where, when, and found by whom. My permanent address is as follows on the back. Thank you, Douglas H. Stevens. Fernandina Beach is about 50 miles south of where the bottle was found, and on St. Simons Island. And although neither Burchett nor Stevens have Facebook accounts, a local business, Southeast Adventure Outfitters, was able to connect the men within just hours.
Wow.
So Stevens was shocked when he received the first phone call from Burchett. I guess the stunning part of this is all the numbers of the years that it's been out there before someone found it. It brings back great childhood memories of the beach. Stevens was 20 years old when he spending time with his family when he wrote it, put it in his brother's beer bottle, and sent it adrift off the coast. So there you go. He just sent a message in a bottle and the guy responded.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It took him quite a few years, but
Hey, you know
36.
what? Imagine you do that then you get slapped with littering and your name is on it. Oh yeah, you dump plastic into the ocean. Yeah.
Oh, what if it was if it was found by a waste management person, something like
environmental person.
Couldn't help but notice you threw this bottle out. You couldn't get the 5-cent deposit on it.
Yeah,
what's wrong with you?
You're fined.
The EPA fines you this much amount of money.
So speaking about bottles and finding them, it's funny because this next story has something to do with that.
All right, where we got?
A couple finds more than 66 bottles of Prohibition-Era whiskey hidden in the walls of their New York home.
Whoa.
And it's crazy. When a New York couple was told that their over 100-year-old home was built by a notorious bootlegger, they passed it off as a small-town legend. But during a recent home renovation, the couple discovered something that revealed the legend could be true. Which obviously it is.
I mean, could be.
Nick Drummond and Patrick Baker said they found more than 66 bottles of whiskey hidden within the walls and floorboards of their home, which was built in 1915. Our walls are filled with bundles of booze, Drummond, who documented the unexpected find in a series of posts on social media, wrote on his Instagram. I can't believe the rumors are true. He was actually a bootlegger. The couple had been living in the house nestled in the small village of Ames, located about 3 hours away from New York City, for a little over a year before they decided to begin major renovations. And they were removing the outside skirting along the bottom of the mudroom attached to the house when a mysterious package fell out.
Well, there you go.
Quoted, "I'm like, what is that? I'm very confused," he said. "I'm looking there, hay everywhere. There's hay everywhere. There's paper and glass. I see another package, and it's a whiskey bottle. And boom.
And there you go.
Holy crap.
Whiskey for all.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if like they don't talk about them drinking it, do they? It was like it's some of the best batch we've ever had.
No one's heard of them since. Yeah, they haven't heard from.
They haven't heard from the couple since.
I
No, the
believe
couple
some of the whiskey was evaporated in some of the bottles, but the full ones were maybe being auctioned.
Yep.
Ooh.
Thank you, Cam. The full bottles are estimated at a value of around 1,000 each.
And they're going to keep at least one, is what I heard.
That'll pay for the renovations. You know, there
yeah.
you go.
Wow.
So, well, there's finding gold. So maybe I'll renovate my house this upcoming
So do you
year.
try to drink it?
Of course you do. at least one of the partials, maybe. You know, I'm not when a full bottle is going for $1,000.
Yeah,
I'm selling
exactly.
one of those bad boys.
Wait for a special occasion and be like, oh, I got a little something special. You know? Be like, this tastes like crap.
It's like, all right.
This is a vintage 1915.
Oh, what do you got in that bottle? You'll never guess.
Yeah.
I've never tried it, and neither of you.
Exactly. Boom.
Yeah. Well, I mean, talking about Dayton, you know, this returned library book could be over 100 years overdue. Officials at an Ontario library said that a book recently dropped into its return bin is believed to be up to 100 years overdue. The Fergus Library said that a copy of Martin Chuzzlewit by Charles Dickens was recently dropped into the book return bin by an anonymous person. Library officials say they don't have records of the book, but it bears a Fergus Library nameplate inside the cover, indicating it might have been from the facility's original collection when it opened in the 1900s. Officials say they aren't sure when the book was last checked out. We're guessing from 100 to maybe 50 years ago. Chief Librarian Rebecca Hine told CTV News. Hine said there are other clues to be found in the book. Right on the nameplate in the book, it does say 2 cents a day. Hines said, I did a little bit of research, and it looks like probably about 1940 that was the going rate. Hines said if the book was checked out in 1941, it would have accrued late fees about $580 at the 2 cents per day rate.
Wow.
That's an expensive late book.
See, at what point do you just say, yeah, well, we don't know where it is? The dog ate it.
It's the Netflix DVD that never made it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it got lost in the mail. I don't know what happened to it.
Right? It's so funny.
And then when you find it weeks later, you'd mail it in like nothing happened.
Hey, I see that we have a caller, actually.
Huh?
Should we take it now? Or?
Yeah, we should probably, what do we got? Is that?
I'm guessing I know who it is.
I know who it is, too. I just got to find out real quick.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, this is Lil Cam from Sherburne.
Oh, little Cam.
Oh, my gosh, it's not Mike.
Whoa.
I'm a really big fan of you guys. Your show is wicked awesome.
That's awesome,
Thank
man.
you.
We're fans. We're fans of our fans.
I look forward to it every day.
Oh, it's Cam.
Oh, no.
Oh, jeez.
Busted.
Oh, well, at least...
I do love the show.
I know.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you. We appreciate it. I guess no Mike from Dover this time.
Yeah. No.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep waiting. We'll keep waiting for our other fans. You know, give a
Exactly.
call.
So, there was this story of a dog, actually, that followed the Google Earth camera, which is pretty funny if you look at the picture.
Oh, let's
I won't make
check
a
it out
full
right
story
there.
about it, but boom. All right, check this little guy out. Ready? He sees the camera. Now he's like, hey, what is that? I'm going to chase it. Chasing. This little guy. Still chasing. That's the same picture, except it was zoomed in. But here's this one. He's still chasing. Cutie pie. And look at that, he's still there. Then I discovered this other dog while searching for the picture. Look at this guy. He was just, guy or girl, just photobombing every shot. So funny.
Maybe he thought that they were going to throw him a tennis ball or something from one of the cameras off the side.
Right, Google Earth is definitely funny. Has some interesting things on it. And speaking of dogs, it's always good to hear of one reunited with its owner after being lost for 7 years.
Whoa.
Yeah, missing dog Honey reunited with owner. The importance of having your pet microchipped has once again been proven as the dog was found. That's great news. And I'm still looking for my missing dog.
Yeah. So if you see a jet, if you see someone sparking, that's probably icy.
Yeah.
But actually, if we're doing dog stories, I'll go ahead and skip to my dog story too. And don't forget to get your pet spayed or... Oh, wait. No, wrong show. So a dog that was missing for 3 weeks, not 7 years, but 3 weeks, finds its owner working at Walmart. Now, a dog that went missing from her owner's Alabama backyard turned up 3 weeks later when the canine wandered into a Walmart store and found her owner working at a checkout lane. Danielle Robinette, a customer service associate at that Walmart store in Dothan, said she was baffled when a black and white dog wandered into the store. What in the world is happening? I'm a huge animal lover, so I just followed her and she ran right up to register number 6. The cashier at register number 6 was June Roundtree, and she was able to solve that mystery. The canine was her missing dog, Abby.
Whoa.
Roundtree said that Abby had vanished from her backyard 3 weeks ago, but they were not able to find any sign of the missing pet. So the Walmart store was located more than a mile from the home. She said she'd worked in that location for 10 years, but never brought the 4-year-old pup inside. So the canine might have recognized the store from times when she would bring the dog to the parking lot in the woods behind the business, but never inside.
Dogs are crazy.
Dog was looking for a little treat,
Yeah. How about that owner that saved his puppy from a
alligator?
Crocodile? Yeah, croc or alligator.
I almost did that story too. I figured it was going to be too many dog stories for one day.
Well, you just squeeze it in. There's the video.
That's crazy, and he was like not having it.
No.
Went right in there. He goes, "You bring me back my puppy right now."
You don't look for an hour and call it quits. You get your ass.
And you find that freaking dog.
How we doing on time?
We got a couple more, right?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. All right. Let's talk about the 7-foot Chinese teenager who just broke the Guinness Book of World Records. So a Chinese boy celebrated his 14th birthday by becoming certified as the world's tallest teenager by Guinness Book of World Records. You got a picture of the kid. He is absolutely gigantic. That's his doctor and probably his parents next to him. They're like half his height.
Wow.
So Rain Keu of Lishan, Sichuan province was measured at 3 different times in one day while both standing and lying on the ground in accordance with Guinness requirements. And his official height was recorded as 7 feet 3 inches. Kayu's family said that he was seen by multiple doctors when he was younger, and none of them could find anything medically amiss about the boy that would explain his unusual height. Kayu said there's likely a hereditary component, as his mother and grandfather are over 6 feet tall. Teenager said his height and weight actually make sports like basketball dangerously strenuous on the body. So he's not going to be playing sports anytime soon, but he does enjoy reading books and playing games online and aspires to a career in esports instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, speaking of sports on a different note, it's funny, I actually picked up golf kind of more this year than usually.
Yeah.
I'm like, golf is safe. You can't get injured playing golf. and now I'm suffering from severe golf elbow. And I'm like, what the hell? Like,
That's all right,
who would have
man.
thunk?
I mean, you can throw your back out by blowing out candles these days.
Insane. Yeah, coughing or sneezing.
You can
Can't-
sneeze and crack
insane.
something,
So-
crack a rib.
So, yeah, you heard it here. Be careful, even golf.
Even golf.
Even golf.
Even golf.
Do we have a story from Cam today?
Cam, you got some? Hold on, wait a sec. We got something on mysterious monoliths that are showing up
what was
here.
that? Some alien stuff, I think.
Is that
Perhaps?
was that 2001: A Space Odyssey right there
Take
with
it
the
easy
monoliths
there.
at the end?
Art might be more accurate.
Yes, it was.
So, what happened?
So the monoliths have been showing up now in Utah, California, and Romania, and it's just been in the UK, I guess, most recently. A string of artists, they say, are bringing monoliths to random locations in the world and then removing them as mysteriously as they appear.
Whoa.
So some undercover.
I've seen those
Yeah.
weird metal things. This
Right.
Picture right
So
there.
I'd like to end this on a high note. Let's talk about 150 Santas that are riding jet skis for Guinness Book of World Records.
Wow.
So more than 150 Santas, you can see a picture of them right there.
Oh, man.
More than 150 people in Santa suits boarded jet skis in Australia to attempt a Guinness World Record and raise money for charity. Organizers of the record attempt on the Narre River in Queensland said a total of 156 people dressed as Santa Claus rode jet skis to break that Guinness Book of World Records and raise money for Christmas presents for Kids in Care, a charity that distributes toys to children in foster cares. So the organizers say they bested the previous record of 129 Santas, and they did it. They did it with 156 Santas riding jet skis,
Wow.
and they learned how to shred the leaves or the waves. So
That's so funny. Hey, one more high note right before we end. The House just voted to decriminalize weed. The last
it's done.
high note.
It's done.
The last high note there.
That is a very high note to end on. I'm Art Cradle,
Not Brad Crandall.
and that right there, Cam Cradle. We'll see you next. We'll see you next time.